something unexpected happened. In a world where trends change by the second and attention is the most fragile currency, one man stood still while the whole world kept looking at him. On June 30th, at the stroke of midnight, a moment passed so quietly, and yet it echoed across continents. Jimin just made history again, and not for the first time. For the 45th month in a row, he ranked #1 in the KDOL Global K-pop Idol Popularity Poll, receiving a mind-blowing 147,258,705 hearts. That's not just numbers on a screen. That's millions of people every single day, clicking with love, pride, loyalty, and a kind of unshakable devotion that doesn't fade over time. It only grows stronger. But this wasn't a one-time achievement. This is the 45th time. That's nearly 4 years of staying at the top without slipping once. No other idol has ever come close to such unwavering worldwide support. And it didn't stop there. Jimin also dominated the weekly rankings, taking first place for the final week of June with 41,127,009 hearts. That marks his 198th weekly #1 ranking. Can we just pause and reflect on that? 198 weeks. That's over 1,380 days. That's birthday parties, holidays, heartbreaks, and celebrations, all during which people across the globe consistently voted saying, "We choose Jimin." Every single week. He is not just a fan favorite. He is a symbol of consistency, grace, passion, and love. Now, step into the K-Idol Hall of Fame. Guess who's at the very top? It's Jimin, again. As of July 1st, he holds the most cumulative hearts ever recorded, 18,692,582 votes. That's not a typo, over 18.6 billion. And guess what? He's ahead of the second place idol by more than 6 billion votes. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. But here's where it gets even more emotional, because these numbers don't just represent votes. They represent stories. The fan who voted while studying late at night, whispering to herself, "Just one more click." The teenager who found hope in his lyrics. The mom who listens to his voice while cooking. The person who just needed a little light in a hard time and found it in Jimin. And the records? Oh, Jimin didn't just set them. He shattered them and then set new ones again. Most daily #1 rankings, 1,278. Most weekly #1 rankings, 198. Most monthly #1 rankings, 45. Most daily votes ever, 2,686,681,922. Most weekly votes, 2,749,078,562. Most monthly votes, 3,066,876,445. Most birthday votes, 2,686,621,922. Longest daily #1 streak, 61 days in a row. Let me say it again, no one else in history has ever done this. Not just in K-pop, in any popularity voting system of this kind globally. And guess what? This isn't just digital. If you're walking through Gangnam Station or Apgujeong Station this month, don't be surprised when you see Jimin's radiant face shining from massive screens. Why? Because even offline, even in the busiest subway stations in Seoul, the world is still celebrating his May victory ad, running until July 17th. Every ad, every click, every vote, they all say the same thing, that this man, whose voice can break your heart, whose dance can stop time, whose smile can warm the coldest day, is not just popular. He is deeply loved, across languages, across oceans, across cultures. This isn't a lucky streak. This is the result of years of hard work, vulnerability, sincerity, and emotional connection. Jimin doesn't just perform, he connects. He doesn't just sing, he heals. He doesn't just exist in our screens, he lives in our hearts. So here's to 198 weeks, to 45 months, to 18.6 billion hearts, and to the millions more that beat for him every day. And while others chase fame, Jimin has quietly become eternal.